members of the committee. Good morning to everyone. Always at the mercy of Mother Nature, our industry is rapidly recovering from extensive drought. Herd rebuilding and expansion are taking place at a rate where U.S. cattle numbers will soon be equal to 2012. Additionally, American cattle producers continue to be more efficient in producing beef. Today, we can produce the same amount of beef that we produced in 1977 at one-third less cattle and land. The beef supply chain is always focused on the consumer. Our cow-calf ranchers tell their seed stock suppliers what they need and also ask their stocker and feeder calf buyers what they will pay the most for. Cattle feeders, likewise, look to packer processors for signs of greatest value, who in turn have an ear for retail and food service needs. Cattle prices have been a topic of focus for NCBA and our members. In early 2015, we saw record high cattle prices, but soon those started back down. One factor was the increase in overall protein supplies. Last year, U.S. per capita red meat and poultry supplies increased by nearly 10 pounds per person. In addition, the strong U.S. dollar has impacted our ability to ship beef to our international customers. All of this additional supply puts downward pressure on our markets, but we're used to the ups and downs of the cattle cycle. In order to manage this cycle, we need risk management tools that work. We currently rely on market forums like CME Group's cattle futures contracts to add transparency to our price discovery process. Changing technologies and a transition to automated trading in commodity futures have increased market volatility, making interpretation of those price signals different than what we're accustomed to in the past. The integrity of our market forums is very important to us, for without futures contract integrity, our industry will abandon their use. We have recognized the volatility and are working directly with the CME Group to find ways to address it. We have a joint NCBA-CME working group which is analyzing potential changes, such as slowing down the market to help ensure a level playing field for producers who are using these tools to manage their price risks. Today, we ask for no direct action from our government in our cattle marketing systems and forums. In fact, I am concerned at some of the action that we have seen. Secretary Vilsack has announced he's going to dust off the proposed gypsum marketing rule that resulted from language included in the 2008 Farm Bill. This is very concerning to us because bipartisan efforts already resulted in appropriations language which defunded any additional work on or implementation of the ideas included in the draft rule. The proposed gypsum rule would have made USDA the ultimate arbiter on how cattle are marketed. We urge USDA to enforce the Packers and Stockyards Act as it exists now. We do not need them dictating how we can or cannot market our cattle. We've worked for years to find ways and new and innovative ways to market cattle. Alternative marketing arrangements have been studied by USDA and independent groups, and the results show that these alternative marketing arrangements benefit producers and consumers alike. Any congressional or executive action to interfere will only add to our price problems, not solve them. Solving our price problems relies on addressing the true issues of consequence in our industry. We've capitalized on the growing demand for U.S. beef overseas, and Japan has become our leading export market. But Australia now has a 10% tariff advantage over us, resulting in a loss of $300 million. The tariff advantage for Australia will continue to grow until we pass TPP. In closing, I would say you could also help our bottom line by easing the regulatory burden that our industry is under. Taking action to reform the Endangered Species Act and helping us keep the EPA at bay would go a long way in easing the pressures on our industry. Again, thank you very much for this opportunity to be with you.